Tech industry has finally joined the labor movement. We did it. A number of people did not really expect new industries like the tech industry to actually join in onto the labor movement, but we're here. And we're here for a lot of the same reasons that a lot of others have been organizing. The pandemic completely demonstrated just how little some of our employers are willing to do in order to help with the basic survival of employees working at their companies. Part of it has just been going through a global pandemic just reveals to everyone just how broken our system is. We're seeing the CEOs of a lot of companies be faced with the expectation that they will single-handedly have an answer to some dramatically complex elements to just how we interact with each other as human beings. I've seen just how much there's been a reliance by the leaders of a number of these companies on the idea that employees will just blindly follow them through whatever strategy they come up with to each problem that comes up. And I've also seen a number of workers get very frustrated when, because of the lack of perspective these leaders have, they aren't really coming up with strategies that can move anything forward. On the one hand, our work can very quickly have a massive impact, but on the other hand, without proper oversight, that impact is not guaranteed to be good. There have been a lot of concerns over how technology, as it's being developed, is playing out in our world.
Everyone has an opinion, it seems these days, about whether they think it's good or bad for our society as a whole.
And the ways that it is actually causing more harm in some cases than good. And a number of us workers really want to make sure that we are part of projects that we actually believe will do good for the world, rather than just kind of putting your talent out there to whoever's the highest bidder. I've been working in the tech industry over the last decade, and I've seen just a number of ways that individual people speaking up have been able to make a difference. But I've also seen just how the company very quickly is able to co-opt the message and take away from the story of the battle that those activists have had to fight. I've seen in my own experience how it can in some ways be very vocal about trying to make a difference, but in other ways get so lost in the complexity that nothing ever moves forward. And I just want to be part of a way that we can come up with a good solution to this. At this moment, there's a lot of people who have now come to the conclusion that the way for us to try to get to a world where we're actually taking care of the communities that need it is through worker organizing. A lot of these discussions that I had with a number of people, both at my company and elsewhere within the industry, helped in my thinking as I then was part of the team that launched the Alphabet Workers Union. Throughout this series, the goal is to talk to a number of people who are part of this movement, part of this shift, where we are starting to really find our ways of standing up and talk through what it's like actually being with somebody on the ground floor of these battles, what these experiences have been like, and what it is that really draws them to keep on pushing in these ways for change. If we fight with solidarity, then we are able to really push for things in a much more powerful way than if we try to do it alone. Welcome to Refurbishing Solidarity.